since the actual intro for XCOM sucks and is impossible to record. Ponies.
Warning. Warning. UFO detected.
Was the day after Christmas, or actually Christmas, and all through the house, every creature was stirring, except for TigerKirby215, who got XCOM Enemy Within, and every single other XCOM DLC with his own money, and was now playing it for YouTube, because it's not like every single person who wanted to watch XCOM Enemy Within has already. Anywho, hello everyone, what is going on? TigerKirby215 here. Welcome to XCOM Enemy Within Unknown Penises, Cock, Balls, Aliens. So, there's a funny story about this. First of all, about XCOM in general and its relationship to me. And then there's the story of what happened yesterday, the night before Christmas. So, first let's go with my experience with XCOM, is that simply, I got this on free-to-play weekend, got a good sale, because, as we all know, gay men. And I played it to death. Simply, like, a couple of weeks after I got it, that was the time when my internet went down for people who pay attention to me. And, so I simply played XCOM to death while I didn't have internet. I beat it on easy mode, so we can basically say I didn't beat it. But I think I did fairly well. So, around the time that actually I played XCOM free-to-play weekend, XCOM Enemy Within was available on pre-order. But I thought it was like a new version of XCOM, and as we all know, pre-orders on Steam are like 10% off, so I really didn't want to pre-order it. So I sort of put it off because I thought it was just another copy of XCOM, and maybe I wouldn't like XCOM, whatever. And then I beat XCOM, realized that XCOM Enemy Within was DLC that added fucking robots and augmentations. I never asked for this. So, yeah, simply, I was like, ooh, I want Enemy Within, but it's $30. I don't have $30. But I waited for Christmas Steam sales. I actually bought this when XCOM itself was on 50% off, so all the DLC was 50% off and whatnot. And I also bought the other two DLCs, which is the pre-order DLC, which is all the customization bullshit, as well as the Ching Chong Chinese missions. I am Cowlix a lot and I am racist. But Anyways, that's the first story. And second story about this game and magicalness that happened yesterday. I tried playing this not once, but twice. I tried recording it twice yesterday, and both times it crashed in the starting cutscene, and that's because two files, because as we all know, Toronto ice storms, our power went out. So two times it crashed because there were some Steam files that didn't download properly. So I had to validate files, and by the time everything validated and updated, I couldn't play it. So I didn't play it on Christmas Eve. I'm playing it on Christmas Day. So without further ado, I talked for too long. Let's start. So difficulty normal, advanced options. I'm enabling Operation Progency and Operation Slingshot, because Slingshot is the Chinese missions, and Progency is some missions in France, and you find some people there. I'm disabling the tutorial because I know everything. Disabling meld tutorial because I kind of understand it. I mean, there's nothing to it. I'm not having Iron Man on because Iron Man is new. It's my second time playing XCOM. And a reduced beginner VO, I honestly wouldn't care, but there's so many people who get bullshit pissed off by Dr. Valen to, for example, warn you about the trade-off in using explosives to kill aliens. So, I know you guys don't want to hear it. I personally don't care, but, yeah, that's Dr. Valen for you. Second wave, I am not turning any of these on. Even though Save Scum for me is like God. I swear to God, I would take this if I wasn't not taking second wave. Maybe later I'll go do another playthrough of XCOM Enemy Unknown Within, and I'll enable a bunch of these things, because I'm pretty sure you actually unlock some by beating the game in normal. So maybe I'll play it in classic and enable some bullshit second wave shits. So without further ado, let us start. Enable tutorials, no.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Oh boy, ain't anything like the exact same cutscene, but with different text at the beginning and end. Okay, so, yeah, that was the exact same cutscene. You get an enemy unknown. I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually checked, but it's pretty much the exact same cutscene. But it's still a nice cutscene. For those of you who haven't watched anyone play Enemy Unknown, it must have been nice. So anyways, identify base location. This is always useful. So we got North America, Europe, Asia, South America, and Africa. So you just put it on any old continent. So, continent. I can't speak. So there are 4 places. North America provides aircrafts, which I've honestly never had a problem with. And me personally, I'm gonna just slap a satellite immediately on Canada, so we can basically consider this as I'll immediately have it. So that's meh. So expert knowledge. I can't speak today. Laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. It's pretty good, but it's just... Last time I used it, I beat the game too fast and it seemed too easy, and it was kind of useless late game, so... I'm not going to Europe. Asia. Future combat. All projects in the Foundry and Officer Training School cost 50% less. I like that, because at the end of the game, I was abusing the Foundry. I bought, like, every single fucking thing in the Foundry. And, I know this one has all the mechs and stuff, so I don't really need shivs, but... shivs were really great in the original, and I'm pretty sure you can actually upgrade the mechs through the Foundry, so... maybe Asia, and Asia in itself is also a pretty big country, so having that at the start of the game does help. South America, we have ways. Interrogations and autopsies are completed instantly. This is really good in Enemy Within. In the original, it's worthless, because simply interrogations and autopsies in Enemy Within, they get you gene mods, and like there's a ton of new stuff. So one of the things being gene mods, and gene mods are the augmentations. I never asked for this, so it's pretty good, but again, I don't really want it. And finally, Africa, all in, monthly XCOM funding increased by 30%. Meh, it's kind of something good to have late game. I mean, Africa is also a pretty big country, but it's... All in is kind of useful to have late game when you actually don't have money. Me personally, I like completely forgot about satellites until late game, and I got all in and like 1 billion satellites. I was getting like 2,000 every month, and even then it wasn't enough. So the later you get in the game, the more money you need. So I'm gonna personally go to Asia because I think it's a good idea, and also I personally come from Asian origin, so why not? So Asia.